day. Thank you very much for stopping by. I love you too. I love you too. I missed you too. It's been a lot. It's been a lot happening in my life, in my personal life, and we all have that personal life. You gotta take care of, look after, and stuff. Very, very important, very necessary. And I was looking after that side of that side of me that's very important to me. You know, when you grow up with dreams and aspirations. Unfortunately, sometimes the dreams don't necessarily come true. I mean, let me put it this way for you. There are many of you here who wanted to be something in life, okay? You maybe not the person you wanted to be today. Some of you wanted to be doctors. Doctors. But you're not doctor today. You probably work in finance, right? Some of you wanted to be engineers like your dad. I know, especially black dads want you to be doctor, engineer, lawyer. What's the other one? It's the big four: doctor, engineer, lawyer. What's number four? I forgot. Yeah, what's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. Thank you, Keisha. I see you. Thank you, everybody. Parker, please just write down where you're watching us from. Where are you watching us from? And I'll say hi to you, and we're all gonna be happy. Where are you following us from? I appreciate you. I see you. I respect you. Thank you. Thank you for choosing us. I choose you too. You look just like my cousin. I hope I look like yours. Thank you. Where are you watching from? The US. Where in the US, brother? Quarter Parker. Quarter Parker. Quarter. Americans will say quarter. Give me a quarter bread right there. As we say quota. Quota. Not quarter. What do you say quarter? It's quota. Zambia. Thank you very much, comrade. From Zambia. Sika PJ from Zambia. Thank you. I see you. Tambwe Menda. How are you doing? Well, from the DRC. Thank you for DRC. Dela, what's up, Dela? Where are you watching us from? Owen Stream watching us from the UK. You see how we can come together. We can really come together from all over the place, from the DRC, from UK, from Bangladesh. No, there's no Bangladesh. From South Africa. Where's anybody from South Africa? South Africa, South Africa, South Africa, South Africa. Somebody from South Africa. I see Fumba from Malawi. Thank you, brother. How do you say hello in Malawi? Or not Malawi. What's the main language in Malawi? Jean-Yves Charles from USA, Georgia. I see you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Free Thinker Nkomo, South Africa, Cape Town. Moloeni from Cape Town. Moloeni. Unjani. Okay. Who else? Pretoria, South Africa. Sishu Port. Dumela from Pretoria. Legai. Okay. Who else we got here? We got somebody here from USA. Keisha. Thank you, Keisha. I see you, like I said. It's a great pleasure. From Chad, we see everybody from Chad. Benjamin, I salute you. Respect. This is one big family. Okay, I see somebody from Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe, Canada. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you for choosing us. From Switzerland, Sasha Francois from Switzerland. Thank you. From Grenada. Oh la la, Grenada, West Indies. You see my people from all over the world. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. They took you from the motherland. They took you all over to Grenada. That's bad. But I'm sure you're happy right now, though. I mean, yeah. But you gotta come to the motherland. You gotta come and have a good time. Enjoy your brothers and sisters. I know some of the people say they were born in America. The ancestors were in America. They never came from Africa. But we're not talking about those ones. But we can still be cool. It's okay, provided we respect each other. That's all that matters. Come to the motherland and come have fun with us. We see you. We want to see you. Let me tell you something. When you come to Africa, you're from the Caribbean or the US, you're going to get special treatment. I'm telling you, first class treatment, whether it's government people, they're going to talk to you like you Wesley Snipe or you some kind of Eddie Murphy with so much respect and consideration. And the ladies give you first class rate. We don't even get that. Look at me even sounding like American right now because we don't even get that first grade, first level treatment that's African Americans get people from Caribbeans, the ladies just treat you nuts. Like they will do extra for you. You know, like, hey Sean, come Sean. No, she got an accent too. Like, hey Sean, what do you want to eat, Sean? Let me make you some hamburgers from Africa. Now you're not eating no hamburger from Africa, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Who else here? My husband and I moved to Liberia. How's the Liberia experience? Tell us about that. Have you been treated appropriately? I know sometimes it's not necessarily easy, but yeah, you must understand that sometimes people, yeah, you will find good people and negative people everywhere in the world. It's not because they're Liberian. It's because they're either good people or not good people. That's all. Just like you will find them in America, you will find any class and sort of people everywhere. Zambia, Uganda, Tanzania. Easy. I'm telling you. Who else is there? Who else? Salut, yo, Zach. When am I going to be added to your app group? Brother, the app group is easy. Just click on the button, tick, and you're in. It's easy. It's very easy. But I think there's a small cost, though, to your contribution, to the movement to get us big. It's insignificant. Okay, you can do this, right? You're all big boys. Just come and support so we can make this movement great. Like I said to you earlier, we all have dreams and aspiration. Some of y'all wanted to be doctors. Some of y'all wanted to be doctors. But you're not today. But you're not necessarily unhappy. Some wanted to be engineers and all that stuff. But you're not. You're probably a hustler. Not necessarily bad. You don't necessarily work a formal job, but you still make money. You're still happy. You have the freedom. That's life. Life sometimes turns out to be not what you expected. Sometimes it's not nice, but in most cases, you're not unhappy. Well, I had dreams when I was a child, okay? Rampo, we are Watutsi. Welcome, Rampo. I had dreams like everybody else as a child. My initial dream was to be a pilot, okay? I wanted to be a pilot, fly airplanes. That's what I wanted. And I remember my entire family used to, everybody knew about that. You know why? Because I remember being a child going to church, and every time we went to church, there was this good-looking man, strong, tall, dark, well-dressed. He had this most amazing wife. Beautiful. I'll never forget. I was like 7 years old, brother. I still remember. That woman was fire. She was the most beautiful mama in the church. Jeez. She had, like shape and a nyash. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't talk about nyash, talking about people like that. Nah, but she was fire. She was beautiful. I remember the man's name was Papa Mavinga. So Mavinga is his name, but we, in Africa, out of respect, you put Papa first when you address people that are as old as your parents. But they were not as old as my parents. They were much younger, much, much, much younger than my parents. So she was gorgeous, like, one of those. And the man was outstanding. He was a pilot. You were a pilot in Africa back in time. Like, how did you become a pilot? You look special. Like today, it's equivalent to being an astronaut or some stuff like that. And I was just like amazed by this couple. Such a beautiful, right there, little boy. Oh God, she drove. Back in time, African women didn't drive. She was driving. She was riding like that lady in church that drives. And I just wanted to be like that couple. I wanted to be like that man. That was my dream. My dream was to be like that man, Papa Mavinga. I wanted to be, I had big ambitions for myself as a child. And my whole family knew about that. I put a lot of pressure. I talked about it. I want to be a pilot. I spoke so much about it that my entire family started calling me the pilot of the family. They call me Pilot ya famille. Pilot ya famille means the pilot of the family. So they don't call me Zack no more. They call me Pilot ya famille. Like, okay, so when you're pissed off, they call, hey, Pilot ya famille, come here. When they want to send you to go buy amagwinya in the corner. Amagwinya? You call it bofrot in Ghana. You call it beignet in DRC. You call it mandazi in Kenya and Tanzania. Amagwinya, right? Puff in Nigeria. Do you know what that is? Let me find a picture of magwinya for you. I can show you. Because I know some of y'all don't get me. Some of y'all don't understand me. I'm going to find magwinya for you in the picture. Okay? Yeah. Because you all gotta understand, you have to understand, this is family, brother. I gotta show you stuff. Can you see? Do you see that? Can you see that? It's made out of dough. You know, they soak dough. It's get whatever thick. Then they fry it. It's dough. It's basically dough fried. Now, whenever they wanted to send me go buy the stuff in the corner because it was so delicious, they will just say, "Pilote famille, come here," rub my ego to the right side. So that's who I was. My identity was a pilot before I even became a pilot. Okay. And shortly after, when the time came, I was big enough. I think I was about 17 years old. It was about time for me to leave and go train to become a pilot. Why? Because back home there was no pilot school for pilots doesn't exist. So you had to either travel to a foreign land and stuff. And I remember I had a friend of mine, very good friend of mine, Patrick, whose father was doing great. His father had good money, and Patrick also wanted to be a pilot. However, the difference between me and him is what's going to follow. So there was a day my father wanted to talk to me because it was Patrick called me and said, "Hey, dude, you need to come and you need to learn English. You've got to learn English first before you learn how to be a pilot." And I went and spoke to my this. And what happened next was he sent my brother to come and have a chat with me. My brother came and said, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm good." He says, "What do you want to do in university?" I'm like, "What do you mean? What do I want to do in university?" I said, "No, no, I'm just curious. What do you want to do in you?" I'm like, "Dude, what are you talking about? Am I not the guy that everybody calls pilots ya famille? Like the pilot of the family? Everybody knows I'm gonna be the pilot. What are you talking about?" I was vexed. I was frustrated that he was asking me that. "Why are you asking me that question? You already know the answer." The guy tried and he was like, "No, but if you don't do pilot, what do you want to do?" I'm like, "No, no, no, no. No, I don't." Yeah. He went back to my dad. He said, "Hey, um, my father called me and said, 'Listen, boy, how are you? You okay? I got bad news for you. We don't have the money to send you to pilot school, flying school. Unfortunately, we don't have that." It's broke my heart. Really broke my heart. My heart was shattered in 1 million pieces because that was my dream. That's all I could think about. I never thought about anything else. I never sat down thinking about any other option. It was a pilot or nothing. There was nothing beyond my thinking because I had already become a pilot even before I was a pilot. Now, what happened before that? What happened before? I was very angry at my dad, and I'll explain why. Because few months before that, my father worked as an inspector for medicals. Basically, back in time, if you wanted to open a pharmacy, you would have to speak to my dad first. You would have to inspect your credential, your capabilities, your plans, and see if you deserve that license. He issued a license for pharmacies, even to hospitals. He was also the chief of control, making sure every medicine that comes into the country is legit, especially in that province where we were, making sure every medicine was legit. It was for him to inspect and make sure. So every fake medicine should not get into the country. I remember that day. What happened? I was a little boy. Some dudes, maybe four guys, entered the house. Big man. They came talking to my father. "Hey, Mr. Mwekassa, we see you, we respect you. You're a great man. You're doing good things." My father is very traditional, very traditional. Those old Protestant Christian church home. That's my dad. My dad is my dad is my dad is the wisest man I've ever met. And I know it sounds biased because it's my father. No. I just wish I'll be 5% of that man. And I'll explain to you why. No. They said to him, "Mr. Mwekassa, we understand you're doing a great job. However, we have something to do. We have a business to do. We have something coming from a foreign, I'm not going to name the country, from a neighboring country. These are medicine from a neighboring country. They need to get inside the country with like tons and tons of medicine. We've brought you a present." What is the present? A bag with dollars inside. For him to allow that Caucasian to get inside. You get me? So they've come to see my dad, basically to say, listen, we've got illegal medicine we want to get in the country. But we need your approval because we know you're a great man. But will you say no to this bag of money in dollars? Brother, I saw my father stand up and say, you come into my house to disrespect me. After all these people trust me, you think you can come into my house and give me a bag of money for me to let your stuff in the country? I saw that. They were like, whoa, Mr. Take your stuff in. That was one of the only times I've seen my father shout. The other time he was shouting at my brother because he was bothering my mom. My brother was bothering my mother. My father shouted at him and asked him to get the F off. That was the first time I saw him. The second time is when he screamed at these people, saying to them, you cannot come in my house and disrespect me and the people that trust me. He refused that. You know what happened next? My father lost his job. How did he lose his job? Those people went to see other people that were higher than him. They gave him the money. And they moved his position changed. Our life completely changed. Our life changed. My brother, you know, in many Africans, you may be neglected today. Having breakfast with eggs and sausage, it's a luxury. You have no idea. Like having butter. What? What? We all knew which families in the neighborhood they have butter in bread when they have breakfast. Which family they drink tea with milk inside. Today you're playing with it. We didn't play with that. But we were one of those families, even though we were not rich, my father brought some cheese. Our life changed. And I was angry at him. I was very angry. I said, why did he do that? Why did you do that? Why are you trying to change the world? That's what I was saying to myself. Why are you trying to change? This is how things function. People get corrupt, and that's the entire nation is corrupt. Why are you trying to be different? Now I was angry at my dad because I thought he jeopardized my future. Because of him, I couldn't become a pilot. It took me years, brother. It took me many years to understand that man stood his foot on a solid foundation of being an honest human being. I saw it as he sacrificed us, but he didn't. My father, we had a wall from bottom to top full of books, and I was angry. Why do you have so many books? Why can't you buy us video games? We need books today. I understand why he bought us books to read. That was his investment for the future. My father trusted the system. The system betrayed him. He trusted the system in a way that, let me work hard, let me go to university, get a degree, work for the system. The system will look after me when I go into retirement. When he went into retirement, my father's over 85 years old. They couldn't even pay him his retirement fund because somebody ate it. And he worked religiously with everything he had for the state. Now we became his retirement. Yes, it was a rough road. When I couldn't become a pilot, I went to church and I played keyboard. He bought me a keyboard. I played a lot of keyboard. I played so much keyboard to escape from my frustration. I became excellent. They started sending me to different countries at 14 years old to go play the keyboard in church. I'm going to repeat that. At 14 years old, they started changing me, sending me to different countries in Africa to play the keyboard at church. My first trip to Bujumbura in Burundi was via keyboard. I went to play the keyboard. And the woman, you know, our churches in Africa, our people dance. If there's no you won't have people. If there's no in your church, there's nothing. I played the keyboards. Those mamas were giving me, you know, in Africa, there's this traditional thing. You call it kitenge. They will, what is kitenge? They will put kitenge on me because I'm playing the keyboard. All the people are happy. And I believe that's one of the reasons why God give me that extra spice. Even though I'm not a good person, he looks after me. He's looked after me throughout my venue, throughout my journey. He's been with me. In many cases, many people will be dead. I'm still here. Maybe because of that little boy, 14 years old, was traveling different countries, playing the keyboard for God. Music became my passion, deep inside me. But unfortunately, as you have to progress, music won't pay the bills. Your parents remind you cannot do music because music don't pay the bills. Look at all these musicians. They are low-life mother-fathers. They are low-life mother-fathers. So don't be like them. You need to go to school and study and be somebody in life. That is how I dropped music, but it's kept burning in my heart. I had songs that I'd released as a 16-year-old. I've gone through journeys. I know many people don't know me here. I'm a professional boxer, African heavyweight champion, and a world kickboxing champion. Hustling throughout life, trying to make things happen. I've lived in South Africa. I've lived in the United States of America. I've lived in Amsterdam. I've lived all over the world. I've been all over the place. I understand people's culture. I love people's human interaction. And that's why I can sit here and talk to you and you can feel connected. Because I've been through many, many spaces and I understand different perspectives. Yesterday, I released my first official song. I know, it's been a long road, but it was burning in my heart. It was necessary. It was like a pregnancy delayed. I had to have it. I just have to have it. And I've had it. It took me time and a lot of reflection, a lot of thinking. I traveled all across the place looking for the best guys. The song is out. It's called Calme le Jeu. The song is in in French. I've made an EP. You know what an EP is? An EP is literally a maxi single, which is 6 songs. 6 different songs. There's 3 in French, there is 3 in English and African language. It's not just, you can't just make music in English now. It doesn't work. You can't just make music. We're not French, we are not English. The reason why we speak French and English and Portuguese and Spanish is because we were colonized by the English, the Germans, the Portuguese, and the Spanish. That's why and that's what connects the South African man to the Ugandan man, because you can express English. That's what connects me to you. Beyond the fact that you look like me, there's the language we can understand each other. Unfortunately, it's English. We wish it was Swahili, but you don't want to learn. So because we can talk to each other in English, I can bring you a little bit. It's like, I'm unavailable. You don't know what else he's saying. All you hear is, I'm unavailable, but the rest of the music resonates with you because it's African. It's beating in your heart even though you don't understand what he's saying. But all you understand is, I'm unavailable. Right? But the other part is beating with your heart because it's the drum of your ancestors. Now the song has a little bit of French and African. The other song has a little bit of English and African. The music video is out. I want you to go check it out. I want you to go check it out. This is family, okay? You making my dream come true. I'm making some of your connection come true. Meaning you can connect with somebody miles away from where you are. You can connect with the brother, somebody you can consider as a close person. I want to be close to you. I want us to know each other on a natural level because we connect with each other. That's why you're here on the live, or else you will be doing something else. Because you see in me something that connects with you. Okay? And I love that. And I like that. And I feel so energized. Look how emotional I became talking to you about something. I didn't even plan talking to you about that. About my personal life. You know? I'm a grown man. But things we live in the past will follow you in the future. You need to look after that little boy, that little girl that you were. You must look after them. If you don't, you will pay the price for it. That's life, brother. That all you gotta do is what? This is my name. We have multiple channels. We have English, we have French, we have different. There's Spanish and German coming. Now, you go on YouTube. I can't put the link here. Okay? Where can you see it? Music is available in all platforms. You write Zack Mwekassa on Spotify or iTunes. You will find the mini album, 6 songs. They're there. All platforms. Number 2, you want to see the music video. You type Zack Mwekassa, right? Can you see? I don't think you can see. If you tap Zack Mwekassa, it will show you a French page with the music video. You will see it. You will not miss it. Tap my name, Zack Mwekassa, or tap Zack Mwekassa music video. Zack Mwekassa music. Just tap it. You will see the music video. I did it with a lot of passion. Because I think, when something takes you time, it's simmers that. It's like you marinate everything. Like I've put in emotion in it. It's like the pain I've been through. The failure of becoming a pilot, which I put onto my father for a long time. I remove it Because that man was just trying to be him. That man was just trying to be a decent human being. And I believe 100% that the reason why I'm alive perhaps today is because God's promise on that. I'm sorry. I don't know what your religion. We always respect. I really respect your religion. We're not going to talk about religion. Whoever he serves, whoever he was faithful to, is being faithful to me. That's I believe. My mom says she married a priest. That's what my mother says. My mom says, I married a priest. I'm a lucky girl. You know, where we come from, when you say priest, they say, are you like a priest? It means you're a decent human being. You're such a good man. They compare you to a priest. My father, I've never seen anybody like my dad. I know, it sounds biased. I'm not even 5% of that man. I don't know where he came from. And sometimes I look at my mom, I look at my dad, and I say to her, where did you guys meet? Because, it's not make show. Like, you and I thank God for that, you know. And I wish he could understand, because he can't understand what I'm doing right. I feel very emotional. My father, he's got dementia right now. He won't see this. He won't see this music video. He won't understand because he's there, but my mom looks after my dad. I know I'm going very deep right now. My mom looks after my father. She does everything for him. My father's been a good man to her. He's been a great father. He's been a mentor to a lot of people. He's the kind of human beings that went back to his village. Imagine a person going back to their village, take up a child, come back to town, say, I'm taking him to school. And you ask him, who is this child? My father will say to you, you know, when I was a child, my friend. So my friend, his friend, that's his friend's little nephew. You're like, what? Yeah, he's going to stay with you. When I was a child, my good friend, his friend's nephew is going to stay with you. He's going to school. I'm paying for it. That's the kind of man he is. Today, I'm asking you, and I'm opening up to you because you're my family now. Family is not necessarily people you come from the same stomach with. The music is out. It's called Calme le Jeu. I want you to check it out. I want you to have a look at it. I want you to appreciate it. Thank you very much. I love you. I appreciate you. I do this for you. To be honest, you're now part of my life. You know, as much as you're part of my life. There's no doubt about that. And I appreciate the love that you show me. I appreciate everything that you do. Thank you so much. The song is ready. The song is available. Go check it out. We're going to move out so you can understand. It's 6 songs, but the music video is 1. Once you're done with this, whichever you like the most, we will make...
Oh, t'es sérieuse là?
Écoute, j'en ai rien à foutre de ces stagiaires.
Quoi?
Tu entends? T'es pas mon père.
Attends, c'est à moi que tu parles comme ça?
Je m'en fous. Je suis pas...
Go watch it.
Non mais t'as vu?
Go watch it. Bless. So the song is available on YouTube. That's the music video available on YouTube. Go check it out. The streaming platforms are all on pots. iTunes, you find Zack Mwekassa. Spotify, Zack Mwekassa. 6 songs. But on YouTube, there's 1 music video. Okay? Bless. See you later. One love. How do you stop the live? I don't even know how you stop the live. I'm stuck here with you. How do you stop this live? Okay, I think you press here. There you go. Bye.